Hey, welcome back to another episode of Instagram Podcast. I'm your host, Juan, and as always, my co-host is here with me. Hey, Trip.
Howdy.
How you doing, man?
I'm good.
That's good.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm all right. You know, what we do.
You're just all right?
Yeah, I mean, things could be better.
Come on.
Life could always be better.
Life can never be better. Life's the best.
Nah, I mean, I'm all right. You know, nothing to brag about. Actually, there's something I want to brag about.
Okay.
Actually, before I brag about that thing, this week we're kind of talking about Crunchyroll Expo.
No, we're like
Barely.
we're mentioning Crunchyroll Expo. I think now is probably just a good time to get into it.
Cool. Here we go.
So check it out. We were going to go to Crunchyroll Expo. We were going to spend Saturday driving, going there, driving back, going to your birthday party.
Yeah.
And then Sunday I was going to spend driving, going there, coming back, and then sleeping for like ever because fucking, that's a lot of driving.
Yeah,
that's like 16-ish hours of driving.
That was the plan.
That was the plan. Things were going great. It was Friday night. I was all ready.
Friday night, party's pumping.
I had pretty much everything gathered that I needed. I had a schedule planned for the day.
Yeah.
I had everything set up, good to go. But little old me had different plans. Little did I know. So I was just walking over to my computer to go sit down, play some games, take it easy, have a real mellow time. And to put it simply, I stubbed my toe. Turns out that the stub was a little bit more than a stub.
Yeah.
And it was more of like an explosion of sorts.
Of your toe.
Yeah. One thing led to another. I realized that there was much more blood than there should be.
Lost the toe.
No more toe.
Yeah.
Didn't want it. Didn't need it.
Was it that thing right there?
It was kind of that thing, but it was morely this thing.
That thing.
It was morely this.
Oh, he's pointing at like a luggage. Is that where we put the mics?
Yeah. So, no, it wasn't the mic one.
Okay.
No. So I had a couple of bags of clean clothes that I had moved over that I didn't want to put in like a box or anything like that. And I've just been leaving them in the suitcase. I figured once I'm finally done with all the bullshit that I have to do in my life, I'm going to put some stuff away. And it was sitting at the corner of my bed. I had both suitcases like along the front of my bed.
The way you do.
Yeah, sure. And I slammed into it super hard. Anyways, the whole front part turned into a flap.
It's like ground beef. Essentially,
it was bad news.
Trip really fucked up his foot.
Like terribly. Like I could not walk.
We were talking about it and we're like, look, man, that's your driving foot, the good foot.
Yeah.
We're also going to do a lot of walking and standing, and you're doing this not only, 1 day, 2 days, maybe a third, And we were like, you know what? It's probably best not to, because I wasn't going to go by myself. Fuck that.
No,
I didn't expect you to go by yourself.
No way.
We decided to, email Crunchyroll, apologize for not being able to come because you got hurt, and we'll try it next year. This is their second year doing it. We didn't go first year. If we'll try again next year. And if we don't get press passes, it's a bummer, but we'll for sure try to attend.
We're absolutely going to go. Yeah. Because essentially the problem was we wanted to go super bad. There were a lot of things going on in both of our lives that made it more and more difficult. And this was kind of the final straw. Yeah. So on one hand, wildly disappointed I didn't get to go to this because honestly, I'm very excited about being able to go to these expos and know what I'm looking for and talking about and listening to and all of that. Like, I'm so excited about it being like a very, very small part of like the industry, being able to share word about all the anyways. So I'm stoked about all that. But then again, I was beat, dude.
Yeah.
I was barely hanging on there because things have been good, but things have been busy. I've been packing for a couple of weeks. Work's been insane. I was getting adjusted to my new job. I still haven't unpacked everything all the way. And then this whole weekend was going to be spent driving and just busy. But man, was I relieved. I got a couple of days of rest, and I actually feel better than I have in like months, and I didn't even think it. Like, I feel fucking good.
I feel like last year Crunchyroll Expo came around. I feel like, wasn't it around the same time as SAC Anime? Was that the excuse or something like that they were coming with? I just feel like we weren't able to do it last year, and we were like, we'll do it this year, and then this year is the same weekend as like days that we had planned stuff, and then days that SAC Anime was also, it was like, there's a bunch of stuff coming up.
Yeah, it came up kind of last minute for us, just because we wanted to get those press passes, but then it turns out other things happened at the same time. So I think this next year we need to be paying more attention just overall to the expos and the events that we want to be able to go to and plan accordingly with the rest of our lives.
You know what I think? I think it'd be smarter for Crunchyroll to do their thing before Anime Expo.
Well, I mean, sure. That way they, that's hard. It's bigger for Crunchyroll to be able to do their thing and make big announcements and whatnot before Anime Expo. But then when it comes around to Anime Expo, that's already the biggest. They're able to get the word out about Crunchyroll and like show that they have all this news and information and stuff better at Anime Expo because they have a larger reach. It's not just, Crunchyroll is mostly for people in the United States. There are a lot of people in other countries as well, but there's more limitations with it. So it's mostly an American thing. While Anime Expo is for everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, people come from Japan to go to Anime Expo. It's crazy.
I mean, all that being said, it's a bummer we couldn't go. We'll try to go next year.
Yeah.
So this week we won't be. That was a review of Crunchyroll.
Yeah,
that we couldn't go to.
It was a disappointment we couldn't go.
Yeah. We'll try it, but
we'll go next year. We're going back.
So this week's episode is kind of strange. We're just gonna kind of talk about the news and what's up with us, and
because there are a couple of things up with us.
Yeah, I mean, not much, nothing big. So then we're gonna call it short. It's gonna be a short one, I feel like. Yeah,
essentially. I also want to mention, because I don't have it in the news or anything. Man, I fucking hope this episode comes out in time. Satoshi Kon, I think is his name. He made Perfect Blue, and that's coming to theaters just for a small little event.
Yeah, we should go see that.
Yeah, we fucking should.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, that one, another one of those things that we had to watch in a way that we didn't want to. Yeah. I would have loved to have bought it and watched it on Amazon, but it was a little bit too difficult to get to stream.
Is that this one?
I think it's like this week.
We should try to go.
Yeah.
Unless I got class, then I can't go. That would really suck. Fuck, I won't go to class. Who cares?
I think I'm on call, and like things actually happen a lot at this property that I might need to get called out for.
For sure.
So like, we'll make it work.
Cool. Are we okay? So I'm talking.
I'm looking up the date.
For sure. Cool. Look, man. I wanted to ask you what's good with you. Like,
okay.
Like what's new in your life?
All right, man. Not a whole lot. So. Still been kind of moving in a little bit. Pieces are coming in late to the apartment. So
you got your TV though.
Got a giant fucking TV.
It's stupid big.
It has a setting on it that like changes the lights and stuff to be better for animation.
Ooh.
So anime actually hasn't looked better. Like I'm so fucking into it.
Does it really look better?
It really looks better. Yeah.
What is it? The colors or
everything just feels more crisp and pops more. I don't know how much like the animation setting for it makes it better, but honestly, like it just looks fucking fantastic, and I'm loving watching it because of that.
Kind of jealous, actually. It's kind of fucked up. My TV doesn't have that setting.
Whoa, I'm sorry, man. Hey, Satoshi Kon's Perfect Blue is going to be in theaters on September 6th and September 10th. So there are two opportunities for you to go and see it. That would be Thursday, September 6th, and Monday, September 10th. We record on Mondays, so that's going to be a little bit hard. Thursday, how you feeling?
I got class. Wait, what's the time? Like 7 or something?
I haven't gone. I don't know. I just went to the Fathom Events like website.
Yeah.
So
I do have class Thursday nights, and I got to go to that. So maybe Monday. Maybe we don't record next week.
Essentially, the biggest difference is for Thursday, it's subtitled. For Monday, it's dubbed.
It's a solid dub, actually. I don't mind the dub.
I think I watched it dubbed. I can't remember.
I'm gonna watch it one way or the other. If I have class, I can't go. Though.
Well, this was one of those movies that was made during a time where like fucking dubs were sick, dude. Yeah, they nailed them.
Because it was just like, hey man, we got this really good movie. Like, how good is it? It's like it's so good, we want to hear it in English. And they're like, okay,
oh man, we better not fuck up.
Let's put some people, on this, and like they work really hard.
Yeah,
and they send it overseas, and no one appreciates it. It's great,
man.
That was
so fucking
crazy
good.
Time. Yeah. Okay, so what else? What else is good? Because like you talked about Perfect Blue. You got the new TV with the animation thing. What else?
Haven't been up to a whole lot else. Actually, I've just been doing my thing, playing lots of World of Warcraft.
That's cool.
I'm watching like a little bit of anime. Now I'm caught up on almost everything. So feeling good.
I'm pretty excited for Thursday because your entertainment center finally comes, right?
Finally. And then I'll actually start like unpacking because I'll be able to organize things better. I'm so goddamn excited. Essentially, last year I bitched about this like a decent amount.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I had a little bookshelf that was delivered and it was missing the fucking shelf on it.
This bookshelf.
Yeah, so it's just like a big empty frame.
It's useless.
Yeah, pretty much. And I spent forever. I was just frustrated trying to figure out what I would do, if I would just get a new one or like what I would do. And then I just stacked up like a bunch of games and stuff and it looked kind of shitty, but whatever. And I'm still at that point where I'm like, I think I might just get rid of it, but I also feel like it would be better if I just got a shelf for it, but I don't want the shelf to not match. It's a whole fucking deal.
It looks, I mean, I just get rid of it. It's gonna be hard to find a matching shelf if that's an issue with you. I would be like, just put a shelf in there, but I get it. You might think it looks janky without it.
I mean, like, I have janky shit. The jankiest things that I have are around it. Yet
this wicker basket thing, and then I don't know what the fuck that is. I've always seen that. For some reason, I always feel like when you open it, there should be like a TV in there.
I mean, it kind of does look like that, right?
Yeah.
It's actually a wardrobe. It's a dresser.
Yeah, no, I know what it is. I just don't think it doesn't look like one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it never fucking does. Anyways, so the entertainment center is finally going to get here. I'll be able to actually put away all the fucking games and shit that I want. And then I don't know exactly how I'm going to organize it, but it has so much potential for you to like put decorations in there, to put in movies, put in games, whatever it is. And I'll be able to just organize everything the way that I want it to. I'm excited about that.
That's cool, man.
Super stoked. But yeah, not a lot has been up.
Not a much.
Yeah, it's been great. Honestly, this relaxation, like I was saying earlier, has been fucking phenomenal for me. I haven't had such a chill ass time doing nothing in months.
Time, yeah.
I don't know, because like normally I have stuff planned, but I haven't had anything planned, and I liked it. I liked it a lot, man.
I'm glad you liked it.
Couple days of nothing, just playing it by ear.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's super cool. But oh yeah, and I also I got a little bit like, you know what? I'll shave. My beard's getting a little bit too long.
Yeah, so you shaved but left the mustache.
I don't just for today.
I don't quite like it.
I just wanted to see your reaction to it, and I forgot about it. Yeah, honestly.
I mean, it wasn't scary or anything. I was like looking at you like, nah. It's better when you just have the whole beard. So.
Oh yeah, but what if it was like a fucking what is his name? Yosemite Sam ass mustache.
No, I don't think you got that. Did you shave it in that form first?
No.
Oh,
I didn't have enough going on.
Yeah.
To do that.
Anyways,
but
you're rocking a mustache.
Feels normal. It's very weird. I thought I would be like, ugh. Mostly I just look at myself and I giggle.
That's funny.
It's great. I highly recommend it. Anytime that you're feeling like getting frisky, just keep the stash. Get rid of the rest.
You hear that, ladies? Whenever you're feeling frisky, just shave off all your facial hair and keep the mustache.
It works.
Yeah, it works for men and women.
I want to know about you, man.
What I've been up to?
You've been going to school.
Yeah.
You've been going to work.
Yeah. Question marks.
You've been going.
I've been going. Yeah, for sure. So this is, school's back in it, essentially. I feel like last time we talked was the first week, like the first Monday of school, right?
Yeah.
So I think now it's the second week of school starts. Today's Labor Day, so no school today.
Shit, wait, should we be doing this right now?
Actually, I mean, this doesn't work, is it? We don't get paid. It's a pleasure.
We don't get paid. All right. I'll let it slide. Okay, yeah. I'll let it slide.
Actually, today is actually the 3rd, which is Labor Day, which actually is my birthday. So today I am...
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I'm 25 years old. I feel old. Even though 25 doesn't sound like a lot, it feels like a lot. My back and my leg are killing me. It takes forever to pee. I can still poop like the best of them, but like peeing's it's taking some time. Anyways, so this weekend we had a bunch of stuff planned. We had most importantly, my birthday party.
Super important. Sierra's been planning this for fucking ever.
Yeah. Growing up, I never had birthday parties. My parents were Jehovah's Witnesses. They still are, which is cool for them. But like they don't celebrate that kind of stuff. Any real major holidays, and so I didn't have any of those growing up. I'm not saying like, oh, I went without and I feel really bad, because I mean I had a really good childhood. I just didn't have those, so I don't really know.
Yeah, you didn't get that experience.
As I got older, like I'll go to people's parties now, and like I'll do other things, more festive things, but still not like something like. For me, my day of birth, it's just like, it's just the day I came out of a womb, and I'm a year older now, which is kind of cool, but it never meant anything too much to me. But Sierra really wanted to make my birthday special, so this year for my birthday. I mean, she does something for my birthday every year. Mm-hmm. But this year for my birthday, she threw like a big old party, and like a party that like a kid would have.
90s kids only.
Yeah, 90s kids
only.
Well, I mean, technically
no one else allowed.
No, that's not true. So it was there was a bounce house, there's a piñata, there's a food, and there's a bunch of 90s stuff and candy everywhere and pins, and it was really cool. It was a lot of fun. Beer pong, there's a bunch of alcohol and liquor and beer and fucking
the whole deal.
Sodas, it was good. I had a good time. My buddies from out of town came. A couple buddies from out of town came.
Yeah.
Adrian came from Seattle, who I knew was coming, and then Tucker from, I think he lives in San Francisco now, came. And I didn't expect him to come. Like when the car parked and he came out, I was like, oh, I thought it was somebody else. And then we got to the gate. I was like, oh, it's fucking the completely different person I thought. It was Tucker. So I go up to him and say, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? I didn't think I invited him. I think another friend of mine invited him.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, cool. It's super cool. We caught up. He was telling me what he's doing. He's working as like a production assistant out there.
Nice.
Part-time. Like he just has it's essentially like an online kind of like temp thing where you like put up like, hey, looking for a PA for this. And so he'll just apply to jobs or whatever. But his other job, which really blew my mind, sounds like a lot of fun. He was saying, he's like, yeah, man, so I work for this company that is testing self-driving cars. I was like, oh, cool. So like, how's that work? It's like, well, the cars are self-driving, but they're still in their test phase or whatever. So we need someone there to keep an eye on them and then like, fix, like correct them if they're going the wrong way. So it's like, oh, cool. So like, I figured he was like, he's in an office and the car's driving, and then like, he's like, monitoring the car, and he goes,
no, he's chilling on the car.
He goes, no, man, I am legitimately like in the car, and he goes, like, my hands are just hovering over the steering wheel, and I'm just waiting, I'm just ready for it to pull left or brake or right, and I'm just like, it's him, and then one other person that sits in the back who monitors things and computers and stuff. He goes like, I was like, how silly is that looking, and how weird is that? He goes like, it's really fucking weird. And he goes, I just drive around for several hours a day, and that's my job. I was like, wow, that's fucking crazy. He goes like, yeah, man, I never thought I'd graduate college, with the communication degree in media arts, and I'm out here making sure cars turn left when they're supposed to turn left. I was like, hey, man, you gotta do what you gotta do, to survive.
It's paving for the road to the future,
for sure.
All that shit. Yeah.
And he's technically working as a PA, so he's still working in like the field that he wanted to. He's just I guess he's trying to break his way in some form of the industry, which is good for him. I'm really happy for him. He's doing really good, and he looks really good. Like he was like fit. He was wearing nice clothes. I was like, yo, Tucker, like you look good. Like he was like, look, man, I live in San Francisco now. It's mandatory to look good. Like you have, you have to be hot. If you want to get a job anywhere, you have to be good looking and fit. Like unless you're talented or whatever, like that doesn't matter. It's like, but you have to be like, nope, you have to be eating clean and all. I'm like, oh, that sounds miserable. He goes like, it's fucking horrible. So it was cool. And the biggest news of the week, actually,
what's that?
Was ready for this?
No.
I drafted on Sunday for fantasy football.
Oh shit! Somebody's really mad right now.
Okay, no, but I did draft on Sunday for fantasy football. I got David Johnson in the first round. Pretty stoked. The draft's looking pretty solid. I'm pretty excited. No, and in all realness, she is super pissed. This weekend, actually, I proposed to Sierra, and she said yes. So I'm an engaged man.
Oh,
yeah, for sure. And I mean, I feel like you've known for a while, right?
Yeah, for like a long time.
Yeah, and then people have known for a bit. Everybody at the party knew. I mean, there was like
there were a couple of people that didn't know.
I could count on my hand how many people didn't know. I was like, and it was like the reason they didn't know is because I didn't invite them, or like or I just forgot to tell them. But she was super excited from what it seemed like. The engagement went almost completely smoothly, Yeah,
it was. Yeah. the idea, you said some funny ass shit.
The idea was to like, I mean, I came over to your house. You helped me gift wrap this thing. So I put the ring in a box, and then we like wrapped it up as like a birthday present to myself. And then we put it on the gift table during the party. And I was like, cool, I'll just unwrap it whenever it's time to do gifts, and that's when I'll propose, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it was a mental lapse. I should have told somebody to be the person distributing the gifts, but I forgot and I didn't do it, So, we're doing gifts, and we're doing it really soon too. We're doing gifts really soon because one of Sierra's friends wanted to leave the party, right?
Well, I'm glad that we did it at that time, because I was kind of thinking like, you know what? It's dark. It's been dark for a little bit.
You don't want to get
now's about the time for somebody to leave.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, this girl really wanted to leave and kept like begging Sierra, like, please tell your boyfriend to like open the gifts so we can see him open them and then we can leave. I was like,
yeah.
And I was like, yeah. So we did gifts before we were supposed to do 2 other events or whatever. And I was like, yeah, sure. If this is the time, it's going to happen. I mean, fucking right now, right? So we start opening gifts, and Sierra's handing me the gifts, and she hands me like the 3rd gift she hands me. I feel like I think it's the 3rd or 4th gift she hands me is.
Yeah, I think it was like the 4th or 5th or something. Yeah,
it's like the gift that like is like with the engagement ring is like, fuck. It would have been really cool for this to be the last gift, but we fucked it up.
I thought it was fucking hilarious. Okay.
What, that I got it? Or?
No, like I saw her get. So there was your whole side of it. Mm-hmm. You're sitting there. You're thinking about these kinds of things. Mm-hmm. But then there was the other side of it. I don't know why, but like me and a few of our friends. Mm-hmm. So I'm hanging out with like Matt and Ryan and stuff, and Kyle and Eliza. Kyle and Eliza don't really.
Oh, like, Kyle didn't know at all.
Kyle didn't know at all.
Eliza knew.
Eliza knew mostly because she was telling me she almost forgot about this, and then because she had some other event that was being planned that she was going to go to, and I was like, "Oh, dude, you would have like missed this whole thing going on." Mm-hmm. And then she was like, "Oh, thank God I'm going." Mm-hmm. But then I'm talking to like Ryan and Matt and stuff, and I knew that they knew, but I wasn't sure if they knew that it was going to be like at that time or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I looked over at them and I gave them like some eyes and like pulled on my shirt a little bit, like, "Oh man, it's hot!" Like you know what I'm saying? And they were like, "I know." So we're all like whispering over there, like, "How do we be discreet with our phones to like record the video for you guys and all that?" My heart's just fucking racing. I was like, "Oh my God!"
What's super funny is that Matt didn't know what gift it was. So Matt was just like, because there's a gift that opened and I knew what it was. I told my sister to get me a basketball.
Yeah.
And so I go, oh, it's a fucking basketball. And like I opened the first box, and inside of it there's another box that says Wilson on it. And then
so he thought right then.
Matt was thinking to himself, like, Matt's like, wow, Juan really went the extra mile for this bit, you know? He got a Wilson box to put a ring in. What a fuck. And I open it up and it's a basketball, and he goes like, oh, I guess it's really is a basketball. I was like, yeah, fuck, I know what this is.
Right. And I'm sitting over there like, yeah, I know it's a basketball too.
Yeah. Like, I know what gifts it is. Yes. Yeah. So, you know, she gives me the gift, and I was like, well, she handed it to me. It was like I said, it would have been ideal for it to be a later gift, but it was kind of recent.
It's fine.
And I was like, well,
it also makes it more unexpected in a certain way.
Yeah. I was like, well, I got to do it now. There's no way I can't. Yeah. So I opened it up, I pulled the ring out, and then, you know, I asked her to marry me. And the thing, I mean, I hadn't practiced what I was going to say. I just figured, I figured at some point the question, will you marry me, was going to be a thing. I thought maybe I'll throw in like, hey, Sierra, you know, I love you, because that's kind of a thing, you know.
Yeah.
But besides that, I was like, I don't really know what I'm going to say. So I go up there and I go like, hey, Sierra.
Sorry, your Siri just went off. Oh, you're like, hey, Sierra, and your Siri's like, yes, that's me.
No, I go like, I think I say like, hey, Sierra, I love you a lot, or whatever. Not like that. God, that sounds kind of fucked, right?
I love you a lot, or whatever. It's just
something. No, it was more like, you know, hey, I love you. You know, I something like, I don't think I can take. God knows I can't take care of myself, right?
Yeah, that was the fucking funniest thing.
Is that what it said?
Yeah. You're just like,
God knows I can't take care of myself.
Can't take care of myself, so I need somebody to take care of me.
Yeah, I was like, will you please marry me or whatever? And she said yes. I was like, cool, awesome. Stood up, gave her the ring. You know, she put it on her finger. I didn't fucking put it on her. I was like, I'm not gonna drop this ring.
I'm not gonna ruin this.
Yeah, and then I kind of look at everybody's like, cool. She said yes. We kiss, you know, everybody's super happy. And then I go, all right, back to the gifts.
That was so goddamn funny. Oh my God. I could not handle it. Know, I'm just like recording like all of this going on, just like trying not to be too shaky, because I'm like, oh my God, this is my thing. And then you're like, all right, give me more presents, fuckers. You just sit down in your goddamn chair.
And I feel like a lot of people were shocked. There's like, is this really happening? Because like, you know, like,
well, the people that didn't know,
yeah, and like it just felt like, you know, the box wasn't given to me at the right time. But I was like, look, man, I got plenty of other gifts to fucking open. Like, I knew it was in that one. There's gifts I don't know what there's in there. I got to get them.
This is my party.
This is my birthday party, and technically my engagement party now. So
it's like, you know what? I wanted to marry her. Mm-hmm. That was my gift to me.
That was my gift to me.
And I'm going to continue.
Yeah, so, I mean, that was a lot of fun. And then I opened a bunch of other cool stuff. I mean, I got some super cool things. I got like that action figure from Ultimate Muscle that I asked Sierra for.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy I got it. It looks so cool. You got me a super cool, what is it?
It's a ramen hoodie.
Yeah. I was like, oh, nice. I'll wear that when it gets cold.
Yeah. Pretty much I was just thinking like, this is going to be like the only thing you wear When it's the winter, motherfucker.
I got other hoodies, but I'll for sure wear that.
Yeah.
And then, Sierra got me like a platelet shirt.
Yeah.
Which is like,
super
nice.
cute.
This is super great.
Sierra got you that one?
Yeah, Sierra did.
Okay.
And then Sierra also got me a DS charger, which is funny because for years, it's been over a year. I feel like I'll always be like, oh man, I don't have a DS charger. And I'll be like, I'll go buy one. And I don't, or
that was a great, like, knowing the history behind it. I'm like, fucking awesome.
Got one, yeah, I know.
But then for other people, they're like, it's just a chart. He didn't even get like the 3DS. He just got a charger.
That's super funny because I was like, I felt like maybe I should explain. I was like, nah, fuck them. It's funny because
I know. I loved it.
Because I'll be like, oh man, I really want to play the game. I don't have a charger for my DS. Whatever.
Oh, well.
Yeah. So now that I got it, Sierra's just like, well, fuck, here's your goddamn charger. It's like, nice. And I was like, I wonder where my DS is now.
That's hilarious.
I got other cool things. I got some shoes.
Yeah.
Some people gave me like I got a hat from like an All Might hat. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean
VHS.
I got a bunch of VHSs like old movies from the 90s that some I've seen, some I'd never seen. I don't own a VHS.
That was the whole time that it was happening. We were all whispering to each other like,
how's he gonna play that?
Juan doesn't have a VHS. There's no fucking way.
I don't have a DVD player.
Nobody has a VHS. And Eliza's like, I have two. I'm like, what the fuck did you just say?
So I want to watch a couple of them, so I gotta find a VHS, which would be fun.
Yeah, you just hit up Eliza. She's got two.
Apparently. What a fucking bragger.
Yeah, and then, show off.
I got a couple cards, which are super nice. I felt kind of bad because, like, I opened up the cards, and I was like, I wasn't in the state for reading things. I was kind of really, I was happy or whatever.
And you're like, oh, this is too personal.
So like, this is a card, and I was like, thank you for, whoever sent me the card. And I read them later, which is super sweet. Shout out to my boy Kyle and Josh and Brian. They were the ones that got me cards.
Nice.
Yeah, no, and people. So afterwards, like after we, engaged, we finish up the gifts. It was a whole combo thing. It was, happy birthday was sung, cupcakes were given, gifts were instantly then opened, and then it was okay. I guess I'm proposing, and then it was back to gifts. So just like a lot of things happened real quick, and so when it was done, I was like, whew, I'm fucking exhausted.
Yeah, and there was nothing for like a good 30 or 40.
And then people just started like congratulating us and hugging us, and we were talking to a bunch of people. And like, I think some of my favorite reactions were like, my friend Jordan, who had no idea what was happening. He's been on the show. And he comes up and he goes like, so man, he's like, did people know this was happening? I was like, yeah, Jordan, a lot of people knew. He goes like, I had no idea. Because when you were doing it, I was about to yell like, fucking goddamn, like, oh shit, but then I was just like, nah, I don't want to be that guy that comes up on the, on the recording. So I was like, so I held it in, but I was just like, holy shit, look at this guy fucking busting a move over here. I was like, oh, cool, Jordan, I really appreciate you saying that. And then some other people asked me like, oh, you're excited. And then like my joke is the biggest bit I always do for this. So when people ask me like, oh, why are you getting married or, whatever. And, the reason is, because I love her. And,
I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's time to get married. I'm at that point or whatever. But what I like to say is I'll always be like, at 25, you can no longer be on your parents' health insurance or whatever. Yeah. And I just, it's my 25th birthday. Sierra has a good job and she gets full benefits. So, I don't want to break the law. So I got to wifey her up. That way I can, take care of myself. Yeah. That's the excuse. And so I've, told that joke a few times and people are like, Juan, you clever little bastard. But then people started hitting me up and being like, yo, man, like, that was so abrupt. And, your thing was, I'm like, yeah, well, like, I gave the thing. I asked her to marry me. I didn't want to cry. So I just popped up and said, all right, time to go to the gifts. Let's keep going. Because I don't want to cry in front of people. Yeah. But, I mean, let me see her talked afterwards and we had a good time. So, yeah, I'm engaged. It's super cool, right? You gonna clap? Oh, thank you. Yeah. So there'll be a wedding sometime in the future. Yeah, you're invited.
I would hope.
Yeah, you can come if you want. Can't bring Kyle and Eliza. You can only bring one or the other.
All right, rain check.
All right, you'll figure it out. Yeah, cool, man. I mean, I don't know what other news you want from me. I guess anime wise,
that's mostly what. Like, I mean, you're engaged. Mm-hmm. Everyone fucking knew it was coming. Come on. Yeah. Tell us about the anime. Nobody knows if you watch anime or anything.
Anime wise, I guess I thought I caught up with My Hero, but now shit. I'm an episode behind apparently.
Yeah, it's fine. It aired on Saturday, I think.
I'm really liking where Attack on Titan's gonna go.
I'm so excited. Now that I got my TV and stuff. Yeah, I'm able to watch that. So I'm excited to get into it.
There's a bunch of flashbacks that happened and information's being told. It's not just like I wonder when shit's gonna go down. Like, oh, we're actually being informed about things, which I mean maybe the pacing seems kind of off for me. I mean, it feels like some things are kind of rushed, but honestly, like, you know what? Fuck it. I've been waiting for 4 years for this shit. You tell me the information I fucking want to know. I'm sick of this shit. So that's super nice. And then I think, I mean, I haven't watched anything else. I caught the first episode of part 2 of Sword Guy. Like, I was just like, I'm going to watch this because next week we're reviewing that, you know? And I was just like, I'll watch one episode. I'll see how it goes. And it was still pretty shitty. Here's my quick review. It's pretty shitty. And I mean, we'll talk about it more. But then the ending of the first episode, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Are you like, what? I was like,
But it's also not in that way where you're like, I gotta see it because I'm so invested. It's
it was trip. It was like I was watching the episode. I'm like, and it kind of starts off right where the second season ends, right? And it just kind of like it sort of explains itself. It's like, oh, I kind of remember how this ends. Stuff happens.
Big old fight and then a giant transformation, and it was like, well, I guess our guy's dead or something.
No, and then the ending, like the end of it is like, you know, like shit chills down, and everything's going nice and smooth or whatever. And then I was just like, I was kind of like zoning out, and then I remember looking up at the TV, I'm like, wait, what am I looking at? I'm like, is this fucking really happening? It was like I almost felt like it was like a dream. And then I was just like, wow, that's the end of the first episode. I was like, what the fuck? So I'm excited to see the rest of it, kind of, but not like in a good way. I'm just like, wow, okay, I want to see where this is going.
It's like, well, I guess I'm about to watch a bunch of hentai. They got like season 1, just an action show. It was pretty dorky, like really weird. Season 2, hentai.
No, it was for sure pretty. I guess like, I mean, it did hook me for the first episode. I mean, it's the first episode of season 2 so far, the best episode I've seen of all of Sword Guy.
I absolutely believe that.
Maybe it's just like the Steins Gate effect where he's got to plow through all the bullshit and then finally gets really good.
Yeah, man.
So we finally plowed through the bullshit and it kind of got sort of okay. One thing I did want to say, there's like, I didn't tell you, this is an anecdote. A little anecdote. Got it. Sierra was telling me, you know, because she had to inform like her grandma and grandpa, like her grandma and her dad, because they had dinner together.
Right,
that she was engaged, and I was like, it went well. You know, they were excited for her, but she told me like, yeah, the only person that was upset was, you know, like did you hear about this? She was like, the only person that was upset was like one of my nieces, and she was like what? She goes,
yeah, Arya was pissed.
Yeah, Arya was really mad, and she's like, what? Why was she upset? She's like, well. She was like, oh, you know, she's like, oh, I'm going to marry Juan. She's like, what? She's like, I wanted to marry Juan. I was like, damn, whoa.
You back off of Juan. He mine.
But then she was like, it's okay, though, you know, because, like, I'm glad you're marrying him. And she's like, you know, kids are cool, but kids are kind of hard, but you'll have a lot of fun. And my head was like, you know what? She's really wise for her age.
Yeah, that's what I thought was so fucking funny.
She's got great taste in men, but she realizes that kids are fucking handful.
Yeah. And then she said her other niece wants to be the flower girl, I believe.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
Yeah, no. I got dibs.
Trip, yeah, it's Trip.
I got fucking dibs.
Trip and Jennifer are gonna be flower girl and flower cat. So.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's my life. Tomorrow I'm going to go see J. Cole for the you know, I think it's Kids on Drugs, so KOT concert, the tour or whatever. I'm excited for that. KOT, because I'm pretty, you know, I like J. Cole, so it's gonna be fun. That was the Ryan's and Matt's gift to me. So yeah, man, I don't know, man. I'm kind of just going with the flow. I got the internship credit. I mean, I got the internship, so I don't have to take mocap this semester in that shitty room. I complained about it last week.
So now you're gonna be animating a banana.
Episode. No, yeah, I'm gonna have bananas and apples and oranges and shit.
Yeah,
man. That's all I really have to talk about. I mean, that's pretty self-indulgent, just being like, it's all about me. But it is all about me.
It is, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Speaking of all about you, Spyro's been delayed until November.
That does affect me greatly.
I know.
What's funny is that the party, like Brian was talking about, he's like, one of the game developer guys is like, you know what's super excited, man? Spyro comes out in September or whatever. And he goes like, I'm so stoked it's going to be remastered or whatever. And then now to hear it get pushed back, Brian's going to be fucking pissed.
Yeah, you know what? Because it was last night and I was like, Spyro comes out soon.
Yeah,
I gotta get on this.
Does Mario Party come out soon? Did you find out?
I'm not paying attention.
I want to hear something funny.
I'm sorry. I do.
Adrian, who's my friend from Seattle, said, hey man, is like, you know, you've been doing the podcast for a while at Trip, but I've never met him. Like, because we didn't start hanging out until you know, after he moved, after he graduated college, and so he was gone.
Pretty much, yeah.
And he was like, I've never met him. He goes like, it was kind of weird, you know, like he was like. Finally, like talking to the guy who I'd been listening to for so long, and I was like, "Oh yeah," I was like, "Well, does he sound the way he does on the like the podcast? He goes, oh yeah, that's definitely him. Like,
it's so fucking, it cracks me up because I was, Kyle and Eliza, we're all pretty like not social people in certain ways. But for me, I have a way easier time because like there are people that I know from high school and just through you and stuff, and there are the other people that you became friends with through your animation department and everything, and they all know me.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's Trip. I'm like, how do you know him? I was like, it's Juan's friend from the podcast.
It's funny because nobody calls me Trip but you.
Yeah.
So then other people calling me Trip is like, hey, it's so fucking weird. I love it. And then it's also like, it's this weird pseudo celebrity thing going on where I'm like, you know what? You guys know me pretty fucking well. And I know your name's Kyle and your name's Brian and we're all having fun tonight. Aren't we?
Like Jero calls me Trip. And I'm like, that's right. Like no one calls him Trip but me. It's like, that's right. He's like, how's Trip doing? Like, Trip's fine. Get the fuck out of it. Stop fucking saying his name or whatever. And I had a buddy that I met that for the longest time thought your name really was Trip. I was just like, no, his name's Christopher. Isn't, why do you call him Triple Times? It's fucking nickname. His last name's Triplet. And they go,
sometimes you just call people by nicknames.
And they goes like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. So I was like, yeah, who in their fucking right mind names their son Trip? Like, Triplet.
Yeah, Triplet. That's me.
Nice. I can't wait for you to have a daughter and name her Triplet. Well, because we've agreed you're not having sons.
Oh, definitely not having sons.
No, only daughters. Can't have them. Don't believe
body's not made for sons.
No. How do you check? You look at the bottom of your foot and there's a symbol. It's either boys or girls.
And sometimes it's both.
Yeah, but you got to pick.
Yeah. So, anyways, I didn't get to pick. It was just not made for boys. No boys.
No boys coming out of this baby factory.
Yeah, no way, Jose.
Well, man, I mean, unless you got something else to talk about, because we're just kind of bullshitting.
Dude, I fucking do have some stuff to talk about. Steins Gate 0, let me tell you, it got to the point where stuff's popping off. People are dying. There's lots of guns going on.
Is it really?
It's nuts. Yeah.
I can't tell if you're lying.
No, I'm not.
Serious?
I'm so fucking into it right now.
Episodes?
I think it's episode 18 or 19 or something.
God, I'm so behind.
Yeah. Oh, man, it's fucking crazy. And the villain, because there's a villain this time around. Like, apparently. World War III is happening. Like, we get to see the start of it, and a helicopter blows some shit up, and you're just like, oh, fuck, it's going down. I'm pretty into it. And then Kyle and I got into a conversation where if you from the future told you now...
Are you saying me personally?
Yeah. If you from the future told you now, like, hey, man, you're going to be the fucking, like, dictator of the entire world.
What would I do?
And told you how to do it. And you know that you could get to that point where you are in charge of the whole world.
What would I do personally?
Would you do it? Like, if you had to do some fucked up shit, would you do it?
Yeah.
Just you know that you're going to be in charge of everything.
You telling me I'm going to run the world?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You got to be down.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like a horrible thing to say, but I mean,
that's kind of one of those things where it's like, you know what? I might have to do some fucked up shit, but I can make things good. Or you could be like, yeah, I mean, sounds kind of cool. Like, I just be in charge of everything.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm just saying, power goes straight to my head. So. Look, guys, no more soap operas. Every show is now anime.
Oh,
damn. Yeah, but we're still in the middle of Grey's Anatomy. Cool, it's an anime now. Just animate it.
That's fine. You could keep watching it, but it better be an anime.
It's in Japanese, and we had to read the subtitles and wait 2 weeks for the dub to come out. That's the way it's working in my nation. People would be so fucking pissed.
But yeah, Steins Gate's been fucking great. Got caught up on Angels of Death, or Angel of Death. I don't know what it's called.
Angels of Death, yeah. Look, man,
I still don't know how I'm feeling about it.
I'll tell you about it. I don't think I like the show.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. I know people love it.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like, I see it all over the place. But personally, I just kind of, when I'm watching it, just kind of go through the motions or whatever. It's just
me too.
It's like it's there. There's nothing inherently, for me personally, like amazing about it.
All of it feels like somebody wanted to make a video game, but they only knew how to make an anime.
And so they made an anime?
Yeah.
No, it's just like, you got to go hit the lever. Okay, go hit the fucking lever. Now you got to fight the boss. Okay, fight the fucking boss or whatever.
Yeah, that's essentially what's happening. Yeah.
And I get that there's like some psychological things to it, but in my head, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not that tripped out by this stuff. You know, You know what's really fucked up? Happy Sugar Life. That's fucked up.
See, if you want to do some fucked up shit, take a note from them.
Yeah, take a note from Happy Sugar Life.
Fucking wild.
And be like, hey, man, you want to fucking some creepy shit? You want to see some fucking dead body? Hey, you want to see a dead body? You know, like,
yeah.
Like for this, I mean, I'm not shitting on people who like the show. It's fine. If you like it, that's fine.
By all means.
But I personally, I just don't see too much merit in it. And I mean, I'm still watching it though. Like it's not that it's like visually ugly or anything. It's just I'm watching it. I'm waiting for it there to be like the very end and be like, oh, that was the twist the whole time, or this is how it ends. And, and you know I'm kind of waiting for something to make it worth my while. But I don't think I'm personally gonna get that. But I'm still watching it.
I'm gonna finish it for sure. Yeah, I'm not really committed to it. I do love the outro song. I don't know why, but it just has like a really weird sound to it, and that's why I like it.
I really like the outro for the Attack on Titan show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The intro, the intro is just
sucks total fucking dick.
It's like
the intro is so fucking bad. It's like the most generic fucking anime intro in the world.
It really feels like that. But then they bring Log Horizon, who did the previous intros, in for the outro, and they had taken notes from the last outro too. They clearly like put in. They know how to make an amazing intro. They're not great at making outros. So you know what? We're going to make the best outro we can by copying the other one. And they did. And they made it so fucking good.
I really like the outro, actually.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm always down for the outro. But man, that intro fucking blows. What else is
I
pretty
agree.
fucking dope?
Banana Fish. Can we talk about Banana
I'm a couple
Fish?
episodes behind. Are you caught up?
I'm caught up. It is the spiciest show of the season for sure.
Man. I really like the way it looks. I think it's really slick looking.
It does, yeah.
And I also do like the intro for that one. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, the intro is really cool. I mean a little bit of spoiler, but I love the show because we're seeing it's an anime set in New York, and in the more recent episodes, we've gone to LA.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome that we're seeing like two different sides of the country, and it's a totally different country than the studio that's producing it, that's making it. Yeah. So cool. So interesting that they're able to do that. And it looks good, and it does stay pretty true to like LA and New York, I think. They did a good job.
No, I like it. I think the story is really entertaining. And I mean, I'm not like, I wouldn't say like I'm super invested in the characters.
I mean, at the very least, I like a couple of them.
I like a couple of them. I feel like if a few of them would die, I'd be like, oh man, let's get some more development here. But
you know what? I don't want to spoil anything, but we're at that point now where characters are for sure like, the little kid, he dies pretty quick. Yeah, Skipper dies pretty quick. Spoilers for anyone that hasn't seen it. It's like episode 2. So whatever.
It's a good episode, though.
Yeah, and I was pretty floored that they killed him so quickly, you know? And now we're at that point again where characters' lives are very much on the line.
It's like itching, like, oh, I need someone else to die,
It's intense. You are going to be into this.
Yeah, no, I for sure like that show. What else is, I mean, I'm pretty behind on Major the Second. I just haven't had time to check it out.
Yeah.
But I want to get back to it. Apparently, Sierra said the 8th episode of what's it called?
Asobi Asabase Workshop of Fun. Duh.
She said that it's like the funniest thing she's seen in her life. And that this show is now tied for, is it tied for first place with Banana Fish?
Yeah, which I thought was a fucking real ass thing to say.
I really like the way this show looks. I really want to watch it.
Yeah, but time. Like I said, I watch like every clip that pops up, and I always have a pretty good time. Sometimes they do like weird ass shit, and they say like weird things that are kind of taken out of context, and it makes it even more bizarre. But honestly, the show is just fucking whack, and I'm pretty into it.
That's a dope intro and outro too.
It does. It's hardcore. This
season, surprisingly, there's pretty cool animes out there.
Yeah. There's one more show. Oh yeah. Blood show. What's it called? Cells at Work.
That is not what I was gonna guess. I was gonna guess that weird show where they all die and they're using like powers to hit each other. Remember? It was like blood. It was like a combination of Dead Man Wonderland meets like Survivor.
Oh yeah, that fucking weird.
I was like, why are you watching that?
No, I'm not watching that.
It's like something Vermilion or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. Cells at Work. It's been a lot of fun. It's super easy to watch. They're trying to put like a little love story in it, which I think is sweet. It's been enjoyable, but it hasn't really done anything that's been like, oh man, since the first few episodes.
I read somewhere that they did a good episode that people like actual medical people are praising the show because they did a great visual representation of what cancer is.
Yeah. It was funny. In the cancer episode, they try to make you like, they make as many characters as you can very easy to like sympathize with in certain ways. So like Cancer's dying, and Cancer's telling his whole story about how he was just born that way and he wanted to be like a real cell, but he couldn't. Yeah. And then he just reproduced like by making more of himself and all that.
Well, Cancer is like in like a mutated cell or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's super sad.
Yeah. But man, it's so fucking funny where it's just like everyone's always just like, fuck Cancer. Cancer's the fucking worst. Let's fucking kill Cancer. But then they have all the other cells like, yeah, you piece of shit, Cancer. And it's like, yeah, man, I feel that. But then they're like, oh, you know Cancer. What? I understand, Cancer. You did want to just be a real cell. I get it.
Like, yeah, you didn't ask for this lot in life. It just kind of was your lot.
Yeah. And then Cancer's just like, yeah, well, I know you're not really being too genuine right now because like, I don't trust you because, you know, you're kind of a piece of shit. But like, I appreciate you letting me say my story. And then he kills Cancer.
That's so sad.
It's fucking great, though.
For sure.
It's so weird.
I'm going to watch more of that show. That show is super cool. Now they got the platelet shirt. So
yeah, dude, the platelet shirt's dope. So that show's been fun. And dude, okay, so Overlord has been getting pretty interesting.
You know what? I have not seen more than an episode of that show. I should really get on that.
It's really interesting at this point because... You know, first season starts out and we're like, all right, let's follow our character. Like, is he going to be good or bad? And then he's like, oh, yeah, he's going to be good. All right, I feel that. And then there are a couple of points where like,
is he being
he's kind of shitty. Yeah. And the second season is like, oh, he's not going to be good. And then you find out like his reason for everything. You're like, I mean,
he's a bad boy for good reasons.
I get it. Yeah. And in this season so far, you're just like, he's just bad.
No.
We're following the bad guys and it's fun. Like cool. You're in there and you're learning about these other people that are just like meant to die and you're learning their whole background story and stuff. And, I'm not going to spoil too much about the characters that are in it, but there is a character who goes off on this like mission, to get money so that she could give money to her family and she could go back into like royalty essentially again. Because her family's just spending all this extra money, but they're not actually, they're like lower class than they are meant to be. And she's upset. So she wants to get more money to help out the whole family and help out her sisters mostly. Her sisters are younger than her and stuff. So she goes off on this mission and she's trying to get more money and whatnot. And then you don't really hear anything about her family afterwards. Like her storyline is done. You don't hear anything about it. And then this was not in the books. But the author went off to say that her younger sisters, were sold off into slavery.
Oh, that's fucked.
And they wound up dying.
That's super dark.
In slavery. Yeah, right? Just like, what?
Why does that make you laugh, you monster?
It's because, like, he didn't need to say this. Like,
he just wanted people to know.
Yeah, someone's just like, hey, whatever happened with them? And he's like, oh, yep, they were sold off into slavery and they died. They were abused and died. And then I
feel like I don't know you.
It was fucking crazy. Well, just the fact that like he doesn't need to say it. If it was in the book or something, like, oh yeah, that's fucked up and sad. But instead he's just like, yep, they died. Fuck them. It's just like outside. Like, are you fucking serious? What the fuck? So there's that. And then there's also like characters. Essentially, Ainz just says like, oh yeah, we'll use their bodies for like every part that they have. And then Kyle and I are talking like, what are all the parts? Like, what would they use all the parts for? That's fucking weird to kind of say it that way. Apparently, I don't know if they're going to go over it in the show, but in the books, there are these tree demon things, and they have different heads on their branches, and they're able to use their magic of the heads or whatever. They're able to use the magic of the people that existed before. So like, they're just a bunch of freaky ass trees with heads on all their branches. Was just horrifying to imagine. There were some fucked up deaths too. There's a whole room, like there's this cockroach king kind of guy, and the whole room is just filled with cockroaches, and they just swarm and eat people in like a sea of roaches. It was fucking gnarly. Stuff like that. It's getting dark. It's getting fucking cool. I'm really into this season of Overlord. So season 1, dope. Season 2, it was a little bit tough, a little bit slow. Season 3, fucking killer. I love it. Amazing little characters. And like, they introduce a band of adventurers, and you're like, oh man, this really does feel like just a fun ass little band of adventurers. I love it. And then they're going off into Lord Ain's castle. And well,
that's cool, man.
Yeah. So really into that show. There's just lots of good shows going on this season.
I agree.
I'm down.
Finally down to do the news?
If you insist.
I do.
All right, cool. So, hey, check it out. A TV adaptation of Magia Record, Mahou Shoujo Madoka Magica Gaiden has been announced to release in 2019.
I saw that.
So you might not know all of those words, but the main ones that you should recognize are Madoka Magica.
Yeah.
So there was a mobile game made of Madoka Magica, and it's being adapted into a fucking TV anime. So that's pretty cool.
I mean, I know how much you like that show, so
I'm really into this. I don't know where, I've never played the mobile game, so I don't know what it's going to be like. But chances are it could be pretty dark. I'm kind of hoping it's along the lines of Magical Girl Raising Project, but who knows?
I'd say that's one of the best Magical Girl shows out there.
Oh, yeah. These two are fucking good. Just because they're so dark. Mm-hmm. So much fun. Next up, another thing that's beloved by us. Disastrous Life of Saiki K is going to be receiving a new anime project that will adapt the final chapters of the manga.
That was super funny. You almost had me for a second.
Good.
That show sucks balls.
So we're not super into the show. I think it's got a movie or something as well. I don't know what's going on with it. But they haven't announced if this last anime adaptation of the end of the story is going to be a movie or a TV anime. But anyways, there's like an arc, I guess, that they're going to end it with.
But it's the ending arc of the manga, right?
Yeah.
So I'd imagine that's the end of the show. Why would you be like, we're doing the ending, and then now we're listening to the beginning, and they keep doing what's in the middle?
Well, I mean, they would do the ending, but are they doing it as a TV show or are they doing it as a movie is kind of the question.
I don't know. I would just do the TV show. I don't want to see that thing anymore on my fucking Netflix. I'm so sick of it popping up.
I'm over it. Something else that we're over, Seven Senses of the Reunion. You remember that show?
Yeah, it was, hold on, that's Anohana meets Sword Art Online, but bad.
So speaking of but bad, the producer has been arrested for allegedly kidnapping a teenage girl.
What?
Yeah.
Shut your fucking mouth.
And when I say allegedly, I mean...
he for sure did it.
He for sure did it, but he hasn't said if he's done it or not, even though he had the girl.
Said I'm guilty or whatever.
Yeah.
That's
so
nuts.
He's been fucking... I know, right?
The director of the show?
The producer. Not the director,
that makes sense. He just wanted to relive his show. You want to put the girl in a fucking little treasure box and open it up and have her in there.
30 years old.
Oh, man. That could be us.
That's pretty young. It's fucking crazy to me.
That could be us. We could be 30 years old. We could be doing that.
I mean, we could, but fortunately,
we could be 30 years old.
I don't have anything in me that would ever allow me to do that.
Not yet. Not until you're 30. That's when
that's totally fair. I get you. But I thought that was fucking insane. That's
crazy. Is she okay?
I mean, there hasn't been too much news about it yet because it just happened. Yeah. You know, but it's fucking insane that this whole thing with somebody so I'm not going to say he's big in the industry or anything. But
someone who has a show that's currently coming out. Yeah, that's kind of. I mean, that's a show that's simulcasted, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, does that affect the show? Do you think they're going to stop it or something?
I have no idea, but that's pretty crazy. And it definitely makes things a little bit weird when you think the producer did this, and then you realize this is a show about a bunch of 15-year-olds, but also one of them has the mind of an 8-year-old.
Yeah, it doesn't look good for him, man. Honestly,
yeah, I don't know.
Shame on him. That's really fucked. You shouldn't kidnap people.
Really fucked up.
Was that the juiciest news you had?
That's the juiciest news I think we've ever had on our show. That's super
funny because you're like, oh man, I got this really good piece of news and I want to share it. I was like, we'll just wait. That's fucking nuts.
It's insane to me. I don't know. Because if something like that happens with American television, the show's just done. Every fucking part of it's done.
That's not exactly true. You want to hear one?
Okay.
I think it's one of the producers or co-producers of Survivor murdered his wife in Mexico. And the show's still going, still strong.
What the fuck?
Yeah, man. He murdered his wife. He went to Mexico and he fucking killed her or whatever. And then he came back and acted like nothing happened or some shit like that. And then it was just they found out and then he obviously went to fucking jail. But then the show's still fine. I mean, fucking the host of the show didn't kill him. It was a fucking monster. That's nuts.
Yeah, I mean,
it also happened in different countries, so maybe well, it's technically didn't happen in America. So
that's fucking weird. Wow, I don't know, because
indeed, you'd think they'd be this is bad publicity, but I feel Survivor is really beloved, so they'll be well, Gotta keep it going. I'm super happy. I love that show.
How far into Survivor did that happen?
I don't know. I could look it up, but I feel like it'd been way on its way.
Yeah.
It'd been at least over 10 seasons. Like,
yeah. Then that's something else. Because if it was like during the first couple of seasons, that's a little bit more like, yo.
I feel it'd been like, I'd been watching it for like a while. And by the time I started watching it, I was like, started watching season like, 13 and on or whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel like it happened and I'm like, what? Like I remember like seeing it in the news and being like on not even like the TV news. It was just like, Yahoo News, so-and-so. I was like, wow, this is fucking wild.
Huh. Interesting.
Pretty crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
I mean, fuck that dude that kidnapped that girl though. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I hope
really
he gets in a lot of trouble. That's not cool, man.
Or what if like it comes out and he didn't do it? How fucking weird was that?
Because you and I were here, like it was like it did say allegedly. Okay, so check
allegedly.
It out. If he didn't do that, we're really sorry for calling you an asshole. Because that's our bad. But if you fucking did do it, you're a piece of shit.
A horrible piece of shit. He should rot in jail for sure. So on a very different note,
I'd hope so.
You remember that little show called Kemono Friends?
Yeah, it's one with the weird animal thing. That one had the hold on. Purple Coon? Grape Coon. Grape Coon was in love with one of the Kemono. Yeah. Remember that? Yeah, I remember that show.
Hell yeah. So it has been confirmed for a second TV anime, which doesn't necessarily mean a second season.
It just means a second TV anime. Maybe like, because that was a big issue. Was it the director that got fired or whatever? And like his
there's
crew
a whole
was like,
fucking whack thing about it.
He got fired for some weird reason, and then like his like crew was like, "Yeah, I mean, we got your back, director. That's fucked up." So you know what could have happened? Because that show was really popular. What could have happened is like, because like you said, it's not a second season. It just means another adaptation.
Yeah,
it could be like, man, this show is really popular, but we don't want to run with the same director. We'll get a new director. We'll kind of just reboot it, and have the same characters, and people will be like, it's the same show and love it or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. They put out a little like 30-second teaser for it.
I saw it. Yeah,
that had like Serval, I think is her name. I don't know what they fucking call them.
She's like a little cat chick.
Yeah, she's a like Savannah cat. And she hunts down this eyeball alien thing, which I guess is a part of the show. I don't know. And she like smashes the fuck out of it. And it's coming around. I don't know. Like honestly, seeing that, I'm still just like, I'm missing something. Like I don't know what's going on with it, but I'm definitely missing something because that does not bring on the hype train for me at all.
People really like that show, so good for them. And hopefully, I guess what I could hope for it is being a second season and not being some bastardized version of what it once was.
The best.
Because that's the real bummer, especially if you like the first one.
True.
Just because I didn't like it doesn't mean it's bad. So
no, absolutely not. It's just not for us. That's fine. Speaking of something that may or may not be for us, we don't know because it's not out yet. But Goblin Slayer is going to be heading to Crunchyroll this fall.
I don't know. For some reason, every time you say Goblin Slayer, every time I hear it, I just wanted to like a bunch of like a metal music plays in my head.
Yeah.
I've been seeing stuff for this. I don't know what it's about.
Some dark fantasy shit. I'm into it.
Sounds
Whatever.
Cool. Yeah.
So also, The Rising of the Shield Hero has been confirmed for winter 2019.
Yes, because we've been waiting for like over 2 years for this shit to pop off.
I mean, it's been like a year.
It's been like 2 years. It got announced in the last, not even this Anime Expo, last Anime
one.
Expo.
So it's been a little bit more than a year. Oh my God.
It's been so long.
But yeah, it's been a long time. And I'm very excited about it.
Hopefully the fact it's good, yeah? Like, what if it's really bad? What if it's like the worst anime of the season and, Kyle has to watch it?
Oh, no. But word came out about this at the same time as like Violet Evergarden. So I'm holding it to that level.
Violet Evergarden was amazing. Yeah.
Oh man, it was. So yeah, that's going to be a little bit tough for it. But winter 2019, that's January. So that feels good.
Here's what I think happened. They announced Violet Evergarden and this show at the same time. And then they started playing them both. And they're like, wow, Violet Evergarden is really fucking good. And they're like, this other show's so shitty. So they're like, you know what we'll do? We'll drop Violet Evergarden. And then we'll just kind of hold off on this other thing. Because Violet Evergarden is specifically Netflix, right?
Yeah.
So what it is, Netflix did it on purpose. And it's like, hey, Crunchyroll, I bet you want this story of the fucking Shield Hero or whatever. And like, yeah, we don't want it, whatever. So they sold it on the market, got made bank, and there's like, and then Crunchyroll saw it and like, oh my God, this is so bad. And they're like, when do we drop it? Oh, that's what happened, guys. That's canon.
That is for sure what happened. Speaking of things that definitely happened, Hunter x Hunter Greed Adventure is going to be a mobile phone game, and it will it will also have an anime prologue. I wrote always have an anime prologue. So I'm like, what's that even
Not
mean?
just the first time you watch it.
It's always going to have it. So yeah, it's going to have a little anime prologue thing, which I think is important.
That's cool.
For anybody that hasn't watched Hunter x Hunter, essentially the first arc of it is go and do a bunch of like little trials and shit, and some of them are physical and some of them are more mental, and then you're a hunter, which essentially means you get to go do whatever the fuck you want as long as it's for something specific, like learning shit. You're all good. And then second season was like go and fight in this tower and like work your way up. And then third season was go kill all these fucking horrible people. And then the fourth season was you're in a video game, go find your dad.
Dad acquired.
This is a mobile phone game based off of that, which was essentially like a card fighting game. Mm-hmm. It was kind of interesting. So I'm curious to see what this is going to be like, if it's going to get like a lot of fan base, because it's something that people have wanted ever since the show came around. That's essentially cool. Yeah. I don't know.
It's good to see, things that people like get adaptations and other things like so cool. Like, fucking My Hero's doing the video game. Like and that sounds like a lot of fun. I'm assuming people would really like to see another like season of Hunter x Hunter. Mm-hmm. But for them to be like, hey, here's a game. Maybe this hold you over for a bit. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's better. You know what? It's a lot better than hearing, hey man, that fucking Hunter x Hunter thing we announced is a pachiko machine. It could always be worse. Yeah.
So I don't know what this is going to be exactly. But it's exciting for a lot of fans of the game, the series, and of the game in the series. So we're almost there. Steins Gate Elite, coming to PS4, Switch, and PC next year, is going to have a pre-order bonus specific to the Switch called Steins Gate 8-bit, which we can only assume is exactly what it sounds like. And that's what it is.
Cool. So you gonna get it?
You know what? I'm not super into visual novels, which is essentially all this is going to be. Mm. So this is, it's a little bit like run around and talk to people, like RPG visual novel type thing. But then the 8-bit is just like an 8-bit version of it, which is pretty cool that they have that. Really weird, but like pretty cool.
Do you want the really pretty version or you want 8-bit version? 8-bit, please. That'll be $20 extra.
Honestly, the like theme music sounds pretty cool in 8-bit. I was like, oh, okay, I see. Really? I see. I mean, it sounds interesting.
I'll go peep it. I want to check it out.
Yeah, man. So that's an interesting little thing. Speaking of interesting little things, GeGeGe no Kitaro will begin its Western Yokai arc in October.
Sierra, are you excited for this? Are you super stoked?
That's the only reason I put it in.
That's like the only person I know that watches that show.
I know, right?
And it's still going.
It's gonna. Well, it's probably a huge kids show in Japan.
You know what we said when this show came out. We're like, look, man, this show's pretty dope, and like, if I were a kid, if I were a kid and this show came out, I would have been fucking all about it. But as an adult, I'm just like, nah, man, it's not for me,
Which like. It's got great animation. It's got some cool ass ghost shit. I don't know. It seems neat. But yeah, it's doing so well, I would assume, just based on how many episodes are coming out of it. And Western Yokai, I don't know if that's going to be the same thing as I think it's going to be, but essentially just like the spooky shit in the United States and stuff.
Yeah, maybe he's like, he comes to the United States and like, hey, gay, no gay guy, because I don't really know his name.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're like,
Kitaro.
We got fucking spooks here in fucking United States. We got monsters. We got yokai. We got yogurts. Come kill them.
Just look at them. There is the Sasquatch. And look down there. There's the Chupacabra. And it's hanging out down in the Mexicos.
Hey, I did some fact checking. 2015. That's when he killed his wife.
Oh.
That's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty recent.
That's recent, yeah. So that makes sense why the show didn't get canceled.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
That guy for sure killed his wife. Yeah. I mean, if he fuck the other guy, if he didn't kidnap that girl.
If he did.
I don't know. Sometimes the heart says what the heart wants.
Oh no. Yeah. Anyways, that's the news for this week. Honestly, we were going to talk about Crunchyroll Expo. I wouldn't have spent so much time on the news. Actually, I would have, but it would have been in this next Crunchyroll segment where we kind of talk about like, oh yeah, it was crazy. In this panel, they had us sit on like the ceiling, and this one they just gave away like free
Crunchyroll bracelets.
Yeah,
and you can only get them if you were part of the Crunchyroll thing.
And this one they gave us just $100, and then it said like, all right, get out of here.
You can only spend it on Crunchyroll stuff, so like mode bracelets.
Yeah, but Crunchyroll dollars, the exchange rate is very bad.
Yeah, it's like 20 pesos to like 4 Crunchyroll dollars.
Yeah, something like that.
Or you can do the cool thing and like you lick the Crunchyroll dollar, put it on your wrist or your forearm, and you take it off and there's a tattoo. So.
Oh, sick! Then you become money, kind of like that one show that you love.
Oh man, you really you got me there. You stumped me.
All right, Golden Kamui. Where you have maps on.
Oh, that's right.
But so you have money tattooed all over you.
You are valuable, yes. And then they will come and skin you for your money.
Hell yeah.
So that's the show, yeah?
Yep. It always is.
Cool, man. Next week we're going to be talking about Sword Guy, part 2, right?
Yeah.
The second season. Which, by the way, first episode, wild ending. I mean, look, guys, I know you're sitting there being like, I don't want to fucking, deal with this. I don't want to talk about this. Well, guess what? Neither do we. There's nothing else coming out.
Hey, we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, for sure. But first, if you like our logo, hit up Aaron from TurbyTops.com. Super great person to work with. If you like our theme song, check out Tom Nasser on SoundCloud and YouTube and Facebook. Nasser, N-A-S-R. Trip, where can people find us?
People can find us on Facebook. Look up the Instagram Podcast. Same thing goes for Instagram. Look up the Instagram Podcast. If you want to send us a tweet at Instagram Pod.
Podcast Infinite.
And you could go ahead and email instantramenpodcast@gmail.com. Also, we're doing a super cool giveaway. We're giving away some Pokemon stuff. There's a super chill chick who does the voice of like Bulbasaur. So she signed a Bulbasaur card that we're giving away. There's a little canteen. Just some little fun Pokemon things that she's helping us out with. So we're doing a little thing. So I'll put a link in the description for that as well.
What's super cool is that, we're, like I said, we're giving this away. Just got to, sign up for the giveaway.
Yep.
And then if you want to get your own Bulbasaur card, you can also get that. Like she also sells those on Etsy, but she's kind enough to give us one to give away to you guys. So you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, please check out the, the information below. I'm assuming it's going to be one of those things where you follow the thing on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Yeah.
So essentially, you like the giveaway post and follow us on Instagram, on our Facebook page, like the giveaway post. So like us there and do that. And then on Twitter, like the giveaway post and follow us on Twitter. It's pretty easy. Super cute stuff. We're also giving away a little Pokemon wristband as well.
A canteen.
But yeah, Tara Sands, she does the voices of a lot of Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Shaman King,
all that stuff all that we grew up with.
Cool ass, the old stuff. So it's really cool. Anyways, the giveaway closes on September 9th at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So lots of good stuff there.
Cool.
I don't have anything else for you guys.
That's it, man.
Thank you so much for listening to us. Sorry we couldn't do the Crunchyroll episode, but guess what? We will next year.
Yeah. I mean, unless something else happens, like you stub your other toe. This is bye from Juan.
I'll see you around from Chris.
Hey, Trip, don't forget.
Just add hot water.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to insult you or anything. Oh, what's super funny though? I was telling how Adrian was saying that he heard your voice. I was like, you listen to the podcast? And he goes, well, yeah, I'm like, you don't like anime? He's like, oh no, I don't listen to that part. He goes every week. I
just listen to the beginning. And
every
stops.
week, every week is like, I want to find out how Trip's doing and how you're doing. And then
what?
Yeah, well, because you
why didn't tell me any of this?
Well, I don't know. He just met you, but I'm saying you're the first. I usually ask you how you're, and you tell him about your week first before I do, right?
Yeah.
So he listens to your stuff, and now he's listening to my stuff. So he's more or less invested in your life now. So he's like, "Oh, God, Trip got the promotion! Oh, thank God!" And
he could have been like, "Hey, man, congrats!" What the fuck, Adrian? We were hanging out.
Yeah. No.
Well, he doesn't listen to this part anyway.
No, he doesn't even get this far, which is super funny. Anyways, so he was like, "Yeah," I was like, I listen. I hear how you guys are doing.
Yeah.
And then Trip starts saying stuff about anime, and then I just kind of tune out. I think he still listens to it, he just doesn't pay attention to it anymore.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That being said, I was going to mention something earlier when I was talking about the engagement. I was going to say, this is going to be this whole bit. Here's the bit. Ready? Here's the bit.
Yeah.
Because last time we fucked up the bit for the fucking episode.
Oh my God.
Shut up. Don't bring up bad memories.
Hey, shout outs to bad memories.
Bad memories. I was going to be like, oh yeah, no, Trip, Sierra and I are engaged. It's super great, and Trip's, you're going to have Sierra for roommate. And then after we get married, we're going to move in. I'm just going to keep speaking it into existence because I'm going to live here for free, whether Trip wants me to or not. And then you're going to be like, that's okay. I'm like, it better be okay because you're going to be recorded saying it's okay. So that's what I was going to do.
Oh, man.
It was going to be fun, but I ruined it.
For the record, it's not okay.
It's not okay.
It's perfect.
can't do that. You got me. See, you ruined my bit.